How many of you have also had the not so pleasant experience of being treated disrespectfully at work, right? And by the way, this is a very safe environment. If that person is in the auditorium today, I would ask that you not stare at them. You know that he's the reason this guy's up here, don't you? Think about this. If I were to ask you to think about a time you were treated with respect or a time you were treated with disrespect, which ones do you think would come to mind more quickly? The disrespectful times. Our brains are actually wired to remember disrespect, not only more accurately, but more quickly. Why do you think that is? Say that? Because it happens more often. Yes, and I was looking for a different response, but maybe that's part of it. Why else? What? Say that? It's painful. And think about this. Remember, what's the number one job of my brain? To keep me what? Safe. Any experience, which means the person that it came from also, right? Any experience that either injures me or even threatens me immediately gets sent to long-term storage so that I can recognize it and avoid it in the future. And we must remember this as leaders and supervisors. If our style of leading people or supervising them causes them to feel damaged or threatened in some way, that's what they're always going to remember first. And then what's going to be the result? What is the likelihood that we'll ever get their best efforts at the job that we've asked them to do? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So disrespect comes in many forms also. It could be bullying. It could be passive-aggressive. It could be threatening, intimidating people. It could be gossip and rumors. It could be excluding people or withholding information that they need to be successful. There's so many things, nasty things that people could do around each other. Here's what it boils down to. Disrespect is shown by actions or behaviors that damage or weaken another person's sense of well-being or their connections to the community that supports them, to the organization that supports them. Anything that we do to try to make that person feel alone and isolated, that's disrespect, plain and simply. And the effect is, in some cases, severe.